Hello everybody, it's P. Parker. Welcome to the channel, and now we're going to do another movie review here, Murder on the Orient Express. Now this movie has been out for a while now, and I know this is a late review, and I know a lot of other people have already done reviews of it, but I kind of wanted to sit with it and just wait a little bit longer and kind of take some more notes on how I really truly felt about it. I was even tempted to go see it a second time, but I decided not to because I didn't think it was worth A, the money, or B, really the time. But it is a very great film, so let's just get right into it. So Murder on the Orient Express is directed by Kenneth Branagh. If you didn't know, that is the person who's playing the main detective. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name because I'll butcher it. But Kenneth Branagh does play this detective, and I was a little suspect of it just because I've seen other past Kenneth Branagh films where he's directed and starred in. And that just there's a little hesitancy when first off anybody does that, but just when Branagh does it, because Branagh likes to go big. He likes to do these huge classic tales and be the star of it and overshoot it. But this one actually is probably the one where I think Branagh does his best. Now we got Penelope Cruz, we got Willem Dafoe, we got Judi Dench, a huge star-studded cast. We get to see Daisy Ridley as well for the first time outside of a Star Wars film, which I think is really cool because I really like her as an actress. Then you also get some people like Josh Gad, more of a comedic kind of guy, but he's getting into more serious roles, and I've kind of respected him as the time has gone on. Jarek Jacobi is also in it, played one of the Englishmen, played a very great one as well, actually, by that, and Johnny Depp, who played the evil Ratchet, who was the gangster of the film, you could call it. So everybody had a role in this film to kind of give information or to portray a certain kind of tone or theme of a character. And this train, which is basically just set up as it's taking off and it's going from one destination to the next. There's a murder that happens, and this detective has to figure it out. That's kind of the basic setup. But you kind of get to really get into these characters' lives, and you kind of reveal this huge plot that actually is going on the underlayer. Now, spoilers ahead, so if you haven't seen it, go out and see it, and stop the video here because I'm going to say some very major spoilers that are going to ruin the film if you hear them. Okay. So I found this movie a little bit cheesy and predictable at the same time. While it was good in its cinematography and it made you feel like you were really in this train, it was really nice. It was, I don't know, kind of had this feeling towards it. And that's what you want from your cinematographer, and that's what he really delivered on. So, and I also believe the writing by Michael Green was not bad. I think the dialogue back and forth was good. But I also believe that the dialogue was weak when it needed to be a lot stronger in scenes where they were delivering this sort of hint or clue. But I feel like the comedy surrounding Kenneth Branagh was perfect. He was kind of like the French Sherlock Holmes, I'd say, or the English Sherlock Holmes, I'd say. Like, he was just kind of like this. I'd say French, actually, because Sherlock Holmes is English. I apologize. I realized that. But I'd just say I'd stick with it. Yeah, he's the French Sherlock Holmes. That's what he's really trying to go for. The opening scene is amazing. I think it just shows how clever and witty he is. He steps in a pile of shit twice because he likes everything to be even. He puts his cane up early because he knows the guy's going to come back and hit it. And he also sets a guard there earlier for where the guy's going to try to run. So he just does all these things premeditative, and it's just really smart. It gives you that Sherlock kind of Guy Ritchie kind of vibe when Guy Ritchie would really make Robert Downey Jr. look really smart in certain scenes. This is kind of that same kind of play. Now, Penelope Cruz was actually pretty good, honestly. They weren't trying to go for the sex appeal with her finally, which was actually really nice. She actually got to be a character for once. She kind of plays this Christian lady who's really devoted to God and all this stuff. And then later you realize she's actually connected to this family case where this kid was murdered by a serial killer. And then you realize everyone on this train is related to that case in some way or the other. Judi Dench is, Willem Dafoe, Penelope Cruz, like I said, Daisy Ridley is, the doctor is, played by Leslie Odom Jr. Also, Josh Gad was related to the prosecutor who prosecuted the case. Johnny Depp was actually the killer who murdered the child. Cassidy, I believe, was the name. And then everyone else, like I said, was attached to that case. So it was all a movie surrounding one case. So that's why I found it a little bit cheesy. It was like, oh my god, everybody was literally in on the kill and wanted this man's death by the end of it, which they got. But the detective had to go through this whole charade of lies upon lies upon lies until finally at the very end he figured it out and he tried to do this whole cheesy thing where, well, I'm not gonna, give up everything unless you kill me. So you guys are gonna have to kill me because I won't lie. But then he does lie in the end, and he realizes that there is good and there is bad, but there also is an in-between where people are just hurting, and there's a gray area in life. And that was kind of the moral of the story, is that he always thought there was this very clear sense of the world, but he kind of gets this really deranged, strange case that he has to take up that involves a lot of hurt, but not exactly killers, because he believes there are killers, or there is a murder, and then there is a murderer. That's his famous saying. And that's not the case here, because there is killers, yes, but they're killing for a good cause. And they're killing for something that they were wronged for so that they can heal for the future. They don't want to cause more pain to other random strangers such as the detective, because they easily could have killed the detective multiple points throughout the whole film, yet that's not their point here. Their point here is to get back at Ratchet, Johnny Depp's character, for murdering the child of a family. So it's a great film, I think. I think it does justice about on the score meter. It has it on IMDb at a 6.8, which is about roughly what I would give it. I'd give it maybe a 6, maybe teetering on a 7, because of Kenneth Branagh and because in the past I've just hated his films so much. Like Thor was a huge disappointment. He's given a Marvel flick and he ruined it. He did Frankenstein, ruined it. He's done a lot, and if you look back, you'll see that he's a little over-dramatic, but I'm really glad he got to do this, and I hope that he actually does more films from this. I think he was solid in Dunkirk. I don't think he had a crazy role. He wasn't directing that either, but he was finally just acting, so I think that really helped him kind of get into this film and just really clear head, think, write, take source material from other people and adapt it into your own work. And I think that's what Branagh did very solidly here. Not to the point where this is an Oscar-worthy film, I would think. Maybe in the cinematography and score, but that would be it. I think that this is just a step in the right direction for Branagh as a director. So overall, I'd give it about, I'd give it a B, maybe a B minus, only because of the line that Daisy Ridley and the Doctor Odom Jr. said in the beginning, and that kind of, it dug too big of a hint that they were accomplices and that something was going on, and then that just made me think, okay, well, they know, and their interactions with everyone else was so weird, and there's this connection coming on, maybe some big reveal is going to happen. I didn't see it 100% coming, but I got flashes of it, which is maybe what they wanted, but I thought it wasn't done properly, so that's my only hugest tick from it. But I think overall it's a very solid film. You should definitely go check it out, especially during the holidays, because trust me, when it is snowing out or something and you watch this film, it'll make it that much better, because you will actually feel like it's real, like it's legit, like it just gets that feeling when you watch it. So I hope you guys all get to go see Justice League this weekend. Best of luck, and I wish you guys all a terrific weekend.